Good morning, my friend. How are you? I just finished running again. So yesterday I took a day off with my girlfriend and our dog Dollar. We didn't work on anything. We left home around noon. I got up kind of late, around 9. And then I went running, did my routines, didn't even take a shower. Just had some breakfast at home. My girlfriend ordered some rice crepe. I think that's not the correct translation, but 肠粉. It's made of rice. But yeah, one of the most popular dishes here in Guangdong province. It was good. And then I got really full, and so we didn't really have lunch. We left home around 11 something. At first, I thought I would just find a good spot and just work on my laptop. So we both brought our laptops. However, we just discovered a nice spot, just kind of like this one, a shopping mall, but most of the shops were shut down just permanently because the business was not good. And the shopping mall was actually at a premium location near the waterfront in Qianhai area, Bao'an district, one of the busiest districts, one of the most important areas in Shenzhen, right next to the water. But yeah, just somehow the business wasn't good and lots of shops were closed. There were only like McDonald's and a coffee shop. Most of the restaurants were closed, and we went to the third floor and just actually kind of trespassing the fence, like that one. We just climbed over the fence and got to the very top floor, overlooking the ocean. And the mostly just architectures, buildings around that neighborhood, because the ocean was blocked by the beach and lots of buildings. There's also a stadium, kind of like stadium for water sports. I think they just held some kind of racing on the water recently there. So yeah, lots of people were just walking, and at that time there were not as many people as afternoon, but still some good traffic. But we were actually the only two people on the top of the building, and there was some shade, and just us sitting there resting, overlooking the city, feeling amazing. For a few moments I just felt surreal, because it was January 17th, 2026, and we first came to Shenzhen on December 1st, 2024. Yeah, that was more than a year ago. I ran a marathon in Shenzhen, and my girlfriend fell in love with Shenzhen, and she relocated here in May. And we came together, and then I experienced many phases. At first I was excited about moving to this new city, but I didn't feel like I'm gonna settle down here for a long time, maybe just 2-3 months. And then I started to socialize and try to make friends, but I felt it was so difficult to make friends. I met some people, but I just somehow didn't find them appealing as friends. It's hard to connect on a deeper level, just talking about stuff that we both interested, I guess. And let's forget about that part. I just want to say, and then I all of a sudden realized I already fell in love with this place. I already got used to living here, and I found it very comfortable and satisfying to live in this city, Shenzhen, a very big city. You got everything. It's a highly developed city, urban city, with abundant nature, like parks, mountains, waterfronts, you know. And people here are actually very, I guess, open-minded in some way compared to smaller cities in China, like my hometown city. Because people here are all from all over China. They were exposed to the newest stuff, AI, and technology stuff. The newest stuff will happen here, one of the major cities in China. So people here are relatively more open-minded, and they're more caught up with the trends, So yeah, I just felt life can just change everything through time. You might feel a certain way about this, and then you might feel different later on. So we never know. And then we left that place feeling amazing, a bit hungry. I thought I'm gonna get some Hunan food, my hometown food, spicy. Zhao Fada was my favorite spot, like Hunan restaurant in Shenzhen. They have lots of good dishes, but only that one location on Kefa Road has the dishes I wanted to order. The chicken, the fish, and stuff. And we were on our way, but then I changed my mind. I want to go somewhere like different with my girlfriend. She normally don't travel to other districts like Futian, and that's where we went yesterday. And we went to the bookstore. Actually, it's called Shenzhen Book Mall, I think, book center, or maybe book city, if you translate directly. It's a gigantic building. I mean, there are not many floors, only 3, I think, or maybe 2. But with lots of books, And then, but we didn't read any books. When we got there, we first had a late lunch at a Hunan restaurant. A chain restaurant called what's the name again? 农耕记, yeah. I see it everywhere, but I never had it there. So, tried it. It was great, especially the chicken. The portion was a bit small though, and the price was alright. 100 for 3 dishes after the discount on Meituan. And I ate almost 3 bowls of rice. Just wanted to get myself satisfied from eating. And then we walked outside. We didn't go in the building of the book mall. We went to actually the rooftop and just walked to the Lianhuashan Park. It's one of the biggest parks in Shenzhen. I've known this place months ago, but I've never actually been inside a park until yesterday afternoon. I was amazed by what I saw. A gigantic grass field with tons of people, and lots of people are actually dancing at the entrance under the trees. They were dancing with some, I believe, Xinjiang music. It's kind of, Middle Asia, Central Asia type of vibe, and lots of people wearing just normal clothes and joined the crowds of Xinjiang wearing clothes people. I think they were like an interest group. They were not from Xinjiang, but they were like a fan of Xinjiang music and dance, so they just dressed like them, like the ethnic, Xinjiang ethnic, Weiwar ethnic, Weiwarzu. And then we actually walked quietly and secretly into the park because there were no other dog, in the park. The dogs are not allowed in that park. In most parks here in China, in Shenzhen, dogs are not allowed to be in the park. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about Shenzhen. But we somehow just got into the park secretly. There were just too many people, and the security guards just missed us. And then we walked past woods. It was amazing. There were not many people there in that park, and it was at sunset moment. It was just gorgeous with sunset laying on the path, and the leaves were all golden. And then we sat on the bench, and I got myself an ice cream from McDonald's, but it's not legit McDonald's shop. It's a shop that was how do you say it? Like, I want to sell McDonald's ice cream, chicken wings, stuff, but I don't open a McDonald's restaurant here, but I just get all foods here and then sell here as an individual business owner, So, but it's still legit, it's good. I enjoyed that ice cream, and we just sat there quietly, observing the nature, the crowds, feeling the vibe, and then we got our way back. As we got back to the book center building, I changed my mind. I thought, let's finish this day with some good reading. So I put our dog to the car because dogs are not allowed to be in the mall, in the book center, book store. And then I read an hour and a half. I read this book about psychology. It's totally out of my field. Not out of my field, but I've never heard of this term. I think it's called time psychology, something like that. Philip Zimbardo, a professor from Stanford. And it was amazing. There were 6 different I read it in Chinese, so I don't know how to translate them. 6 different time values, different ways of seeing time. 6, there were 6. With that framework, you can really help yourself and your patients, or just to look at your psychological situation differently and neutrally. It was great. And then we came back home. It was a very satisfying, carefree, happy day. I just feel like to share them, We don't really live every day like that, I had many days similar, but I just want to share them. It's very important to share. It's very important to practice sharing. Alright, so thank you for listening and watching till the end. If you are still here, I appreciate it. Thank you.